We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. So amidst the food and family gatherings, there's one more football game to be played, and we're away on Thanksgiving night. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Toss now to the short side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. McCaffrey running between the tackles. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
He puts some juice on it deep. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They'll try and throw it here. Throwing this back in the end zone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's on the move. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throw by Purdy. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To throw again, it's Purdy. Throwing deep for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun is Purdy. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, fourth down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. George Kittle, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. He fields it from the 8. Returns looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. They go play action here. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Going run again with McCaffrey. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Nothing gained or lost on that run. And now it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Purdy throwing here on first. Complete out to the right. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Has it down close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Brings in the kick at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. After the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That's taken at the 15. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And the 49ers will go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. from the 37. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers grow their early lead to 13. George Kittle, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. That'll be the end of one here in our Thanksgiving night game. 21-7 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Play action on 1st down. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They put a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, they'll run. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
19 tight. Here we go. 19 Lions, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Looking for a throw here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Bernardo Green with that tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther 11.
To the air, 3rd and long. Escapes the... And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Purdy to throw it. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man left. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
McCaffrey will take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Let's go now.
Airing it out to start this drive. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Chased out to his right. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness. I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
18 run, 18 run.
From the 38. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Still inches to go on third down.
Tag. Cougar 19. Hut, hut.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Got it. Ready?
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Ready, ready. 18, Pioneer. Hut.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively. Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
That finds Ayuk complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 46. He rolls to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Second.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Let's go.
Now looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lion. Ready.
They go play action on first. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
Let's go now. Street.
Running back sent in motion. Second and 10 now. He's loaded another one up. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Diablo Lenore. And the 49ers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Return starts at the 9. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Ready?
Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets him around 6 there. Quincy Williams making the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To throw here on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
Complete out to the right side. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way. Working quickly here. 2nd and 15. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 13 yards. It's now 3rd and 2.
Brought in right side. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Ready? 70 range, 70 range.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing it again here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Kelsey makes the catch. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. Running it after the penalty. Still has room inside the 15. Is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a 49er first down. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a modest gain up to the 46. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. He fires one deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So, shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so...
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers push their lead further to start the half. George Kittle, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21.
Bengals 14.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Starting at the 10. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31.
Come on, set, go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Getting out to his left. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Last thing, 19.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Gets this to Bateman. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the 1st.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
He'll look to throw. Connects with Bateman. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a 1st.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
1st and 10 from the 41. They are throwing it again. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Another try following the sack. Has it downfield, working the left. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 1 quarter left until we see who wins this game. And in honor of Coach, enjoy some turducken this fine Thanksgiving night. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
19 tight, 19 tight, tight, 19 Lions, 79 Broncos, Panther 11, Panther 11.
They're throwing it. He has the 1st over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Hits his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and you get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 18 on 2nd down. This one finds Kelsey. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And they send a man in motion. They'll try to run with Pacheco. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you? where you're now forced to put the ball in the air.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, and how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Ready? Ready?
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Back 60. Go.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. Into the hands of Kittle. And they finally tackle him after a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They stick with McCaffrey. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
70 Lion. Go.
Plowing up the middle. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get it back to within 2 possessions. One after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals get it back to a 14-point game. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. Oh, the Bengals got to it and recovered the football. All right, partner, peel back the curtain for everyone who's watched this happen on Sundays. Win looks unlikely, but they're still trying this kick. What is the coach now saying to his offense before they run out there?
I can hear the great Tom Moore, longtime NFL coach, over and over. He would preach to us through the week during the game. Whoever plays the game the hardest, the longest, is going to win. And my goodness gracious, you just recovered an onside kick. So play this game to the final second.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring out 2nd and 1.
60 in.
They'll throw it. Called in left side. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Put the body on the line for his team. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, here we go. 70 range, 70 range.
Tight end in motion left. He'll throw it yet again. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. So down inside the final minute. They're ready to try the onside kick. And the 49ers are going to get this kick. They're going to hang on for the win. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Going with McCaffrey on the ground. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He'll throw it. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That one gains 7. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. The 49ers only moments away from finalizing this victory as they take a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And they're going to get to celebrate both the Thanksgiving holiday and the victory over the coming days with more time than normal coming up between games. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Cincinnati.